And hello, everybody. Back to the Wrestlemania podcast. 35. Be the 35th episode.
35 episodes of wonderful news and entertainment for you fans that you enjoy from us. And we love bringing you this news.
All right. So I did want to start off by saying if you only listen to this on YouTube, we are on Spotify and Google Podcasts now with Anchor. So it's on Anchor as well. All the episodes are on on those, and then there's a couple other ones I don't know the names of offhand. But we're on a whole bunch of stuff now. So hopefully it just keeps getting added to more stuff.
We're moving up.
Oh yeah, moving up in the world.
Move
so
along.
yeah. So if you have Spotify and you want to listen to like just the audio version without the little thing on like in video format, Spotify, Google Podcasts, I think Breaker is one of them. Anchor.
Is it Breaker or Spreaker?
I'm pretty sure it's Breaker.
Breaker.
Hold on. Let me go to my email real quick and
We're not professional, so if we mess up, we apologize.
I apologize for nothing. Just kidding. That's a joke. All right. We have Radio Public is one of the ones that we're on.
Yeah.
Google Podcasts we're on, and Breaker. Yeah, Breaker. We're on Breaker. So yeah, and obviously this could not have been done without Anchor. And if you listen to this on Anchor, this one will have an ad on the beginning of it, just so you know.
Yep.
So let me go back to the list and we'll get started. Right.
We're starting with the 2020 election.
That's right, the 2020 election. So Sanders was actually leading in Michigan when the polls closed, and then Biden ultimately won. He won 3 of the 5 states, with Sanders picking up North Dakota, and I believe he picked up Washington too.
Not bad.
Let me check Washington real quick.
Okay.
Go. Did you vote?
I did not. No, I didn't leave the house.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. But when it comes to the actual election, I will be voting.
That's good.
But for right now, I don't think, I just didn't think voting at this time would have been, I don't know.
All right, so it looks like Joe Biden actually won Washington.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But he still won 3 out of the 5. Or was it 4 out of 5?
Biden won 4 to 5, and then Sanders won North Dakota.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
Bernie, get back in the game, man.
I put my phone on as we're doing. I totally forgot what we were doing for a minute. All right. But Sanders says he's not dropping out, and there is a debate on Sunday. So I'm actually really excited for that. So we'll see what happens.
It's gonna be interesting. The presidential debates always get pretty interesting.
Yeah. So, well, now there's only 2 people, so it should be less crowded on the stage.
Yeah.
All right. So President Trump banned travel from the European Union. Sorry about my dogs. And excluding the UK for some reason.
Yes, it excluded the UK, Ireland. Because I remember Cultaholic was talking about it. Because they came out with a video.
But why the UK?
I don't know.
Because the UK has been hit with the coronavirus too. Like I don't understand why the rest of the European Union, not the UK.
I have no idea.
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. But like,
All right,
it's
so
but
I
yeah,
just want to tell you,
it's in effect. It's starting in effect as of tomorrow at noon at midnight.
yes, midnight.
And it's gonna be with for 30 days.
Yes,
Um, so
excluding trade, excluding trade.
yes, people thought cargo too was a part, but no, it's just
It's because he
traveling
misspoke.
people, just people, population.
Um, so there is one thing on here that you spelled out wrong.
Did I?
Um, the NBA did not cancel the season; they suspended it.
Oh,
There
well,
there is a difference. So the
I
NBA
apologize. I
the NBA
apologize.
yes. The NBA suspended the rest of their season, which means that at any time they can always bring it back.
Right.
Um, they yeah, so they're for right now they're done.
Hmm.
With two of the Jazz players getting the corona. Well, one of them had it, and then he gave it to
Yes.
another one.
Mhm.
Um, and the Celtics and the Pistons both played the Utah Jazz last weekend, and so they're
Oh,
self isolating themselves.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. Um.
There,
So,
there were rumors. Speaking of Detroit, there were rumors that they were going to cancel SmackDown and move it to the Performance Center, but I guess that was a lie. So SmackDown will still be in Detroit at Little Caesars Arena.
no, it's not.
As
It's not.
far it's not,
Nope. Nope. They moved to the Performance Center.
they just announced that they're not canceling
Right. It's
SmackDown
not
in Detroit.
canceled. It's moved. They moved it.
And yeah, but someone came out said that we're not moving it to the Performance Center. We're still going to Detroit. So
That's not what I heard.
I mean,
Who said
it
that?
may, um, I read it on Sportskeeda on Snap because they did two things. One, they said on one article they said, "Oh, we're moving it to the Performance Center," and then the next article said, "Oh, we're still in Detroit. They're still scheduled to be in Detroit." Let me pull it up.
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay. It says SmackDown's not canceled this week. It said right here, SmackDown not canceled, and it will go as planned. It will still be taking place in Detroit. So,
Every place that I'm seeing says it's being moved to Florida.
I mean, it might be moved to the Performance Center. Who knows? We'll have to see tomorrow. We'll see.
I mean, I have Deadline, I have Variety magazine, all saying that it's moved to the Performance Center in Florida.
I will take your word for it. Then I apologize. I try to be right all the time, but I'm never right.
Yeah, and it won't have a live audience.
No, which is weird because NXT had a live audience.
It like I was talking to my grandma about it. They might have wrestlers as the audience, like the
Mhm.
like the NXT guys.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I don't really know. I don't know why NXT moved to the Performance Center either. To be quite honest.
because I believe they canceled classes at Full Sail.
Oh, gotcha,
So because of
gotcha.
yeah, because of
Yeah.
COVID-19. Because we can't say
Uh,
coronavirus on YouTube, so we'll get
I
demonetized.
mean, we're gonna do it anyway. We don't get paid for it anyway. Who cares?
We don't care. But
Um.
yeah, NXT had a live audience, and I guess it was fan appreciation night for
Oh,
that. So they
interesting.
allowed fans to come in, and yeah. But let's get back on schedule.
So,
Um,
March Madness has officially canceled all the
yes,
tournaments. Everything is
yeah,
canceled for
it,
uh
yep.
schools are shutting down. MSU shut down. Duke shut down.
Hmm.
Michigan is suspending or it's canceling all of its football stuff.
Yep.
Um, the
Well,
NFL is still going through with the draft though.
yep. It was rumored that they were still going to have March Madness, but only allow certain family members of players into
Right.
watch.
Yeah.
but then they just decided, no, we're not going to do that. We're just going to cancel. We're being safe about this, and I say it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I Yes, I love March Madness. It gets amazing every year, but with what's going on right now, it's the best move to just cancel it. So
And then
2020 won't have March Madness, sadly.
yeah.
2020 is a bad year so far.
So far,
We lost Juice World. We lost,
yeah.
yeah.
No. He died in 2019. He didn't die in 2020.
I thought he died January of 2020.
He died in December of 2019.
Oh, well, see, I'm always wrong. I'm all see. It's been a crazy year so far. So like, I'm thinking that he died this year, but I guess he didn't. So,
um, I don't. I don't really want to talk about Tom Hanks.
um,
I
well,
don't. I don't really
he
care.
was. I can go about it if you
All
want
right.
me to. I can just
Yeah.
kind of
Just
brief
real quick.
statement.
Just
Um, he was filming a movie in Australia. I believe he's still there. Him and his wife are diagnosed with coronavirus. Um, I with how old they are, I don't think they're gonna live.
I mean,
Sad, sad,
Tom Hanks really
sad,
isn't that old.
sad to he's in his 60s, but still, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I wish Tom Hanks and his wife a speedy recovery, and I hope this all goes through. This goes away soon, because
Yeah.
But
Um. Okay. So another thing that you got wrong. It's okay. Coachella did not cancel. They moved it to October.
no,
Um.
well they canceled it from the original schedule. Is
Right.
what I
But
that,
but
that that's
there's
why I say canceled.
but they moved it. It's not going to be till October.
Right.
Um. But South by Southwest canceled.
Yes.
Um. E3, as I know you noted on here, got
Yeah.
canceled.
They might do like a streaming version of it, kind of like where they're not going to have an audience, but like they're going to have some developers kind of like live stream something and talk about the new games and systems that are coming out. So like
Right.
that's what they want to do, but I don't know if they're going to go through with that.
Well,
So
see, the thing I don't get is E3 isn't until like the middle of June, and we don't even know if it's gonna last that long. So why cancel the entire event months before? You know what I mean?
right, right. Yeah,
This
I
doesn't
get
make any sense.
I know.
Oh, also, uh, it wasn't officially announced, but the XFL canceled the rest of its season.
They're not playing the empty stadium game anymore?
Nope.
No, they officially canceled.
Yep.
Okay.
It did. Mhm.
Okay. Wow, a lot of things are canceling.
Yeah. But you want to know what's not canceling?
WrestleMania.
I was actually gonna say NFL 2K, but yes.
Oh, oh, well, oh yeah, because that's next on the list. NFL
Right.
2K.
NFL 2K is
Um,
coming back, but it's not going to be a simulation game somehow. So it doesn't compete with EA's Madden series.
okay.
I don't really know how it's going to come back. I don't know how it's not going to be a simulation because that's what all sports games are. They're simulations of
Right,
actual games.
right.
I don't know, but yes, NFL 2K coming back next year, I believe, 2021. Um,
Interesting. Speaking of new video games, um, there's a new wrestling game that's coming out.
oh yeah,
It's not AEW.
what is it?
It's from a different company, but it's combined stars from Ring of Honor and Impact.
Do we have a
Over
name?
six. Um, they do not have a name for the game yet. I forgot I'm gonna look up the developer name because I watched the video on it before, just earlier, and it actually the graphics like they showed screenshots of like the character models.
Hmm.
They look good.
What video was that? We'll plug it.
It's Smack Talks.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yep. Hmm. Let me look it up. And it looks really good. they don't have a name of the game for the game yet, but they want to compete with WWE and AEW's video game coming out. Um, but yeah, they got the mocap. Oh, it's from Virtual Basement.
Never heard of them.
They made games like uh I don't think we'd ever hear of them. But I mean, I'll send you the video and I'll let you watch it later.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
I will.
it's a good video. They showed screenshots of like not actual game screenshots, but like
Right.
character models,
Yeah.
and they look they look better than WWE 2K game
Wow.
graphics. So, but yeah, I just wanted to get that in there. You know,
All right. Speaking of WWE, WrestleMania is not canceled just yet.
yes. Um, their WWE and WWE officials are gonna reconvene on the situation within a week before WrestleMania. But as of right now, WrestleMania is still on, same
It
time
is.
slot, same date. Along with
Yes, they
all the
are, and
wrestling
uh,
shows within WrestleMania week.
right.
Um, Also, because if WrestleMania gets canceled, they're gonna
Everything's
cancel the
canceled.
other everything.
Yeah.
WrestleMania week's canceled. The indie shows because Progress is supposed to be coming. ICW is supposed to be. Ring of Honor, I believe,
Yeah, the
is going to be
Supercard of
that.
Honor show.
I think they're doing Supercard. I'm not sure if they're still doing. They might be,
They should be.
but they should. But yeah, because again, I was watching the Cultaholic video, and
Yeah.
they
Joy
said,
Janela's Spring Break, number 4.
"Yup, Joey
Yeah.
Janela
Joey
is
Janela, the bad boy.
eight. Like all of that would be canceled because plus with the travel ban too. Um, they were talking about this too. What about like fans that have bought tickets that are from those infected areas? They won't be able to come to the show. You know, it's a tough situation because you have people from around the world who bought tickets last year to come to WrestleMania this year,
Well, just
and
like
now they
every,
don't
well,
come.
just like everybody else, I'm sure if they can't come because of the travel ban, they will be reimbursed or
Yes,
refunded their money.
right.
Um,
It just sucks, because like
yeah,
imagine being in one of those areas and like the previous year you bought the tickets to go to WrestleMania, you're hyped, and then you find out about this virus, and it's
yeah,
like, okay, well, I'll still be able to go to WrestleMania, and then boom, the hammer,
yeah.
travel ban. You're like, I can't go to WrestleMania. I spent all this money to go to this event, not just for WrestleMania, but for the whole week,
Right
and
for
now I
for the
can't
whole
go.
weekend. Yeah. My
That,
my big thing is they just announced today that Davy Boy Smith, British Bulldog,
yes,
is being inducted in the Hall of Fame.
it's officially announced.
If
He's in the Hall.
WrestleMania gets canceled, the Hall of Fame gets canceled,
Oh, that's true. Oh man.
which will
Yep, the
suck.
Hall of Fame. Yeah, because then like again, the Hart family just getting snubbed by WWE.
Yeah, seriously.
But
Um,
like, yeah, I'm glad they're not. But again, if they cancel WrestleMania, I'm not gonna be mad about it. Like I'll completely understand
my
if they
thing,
postpone it and move it to a later date.
right? Don't cancel it, postpone it, and move it.
Right. Right.
Um,
Just because someone, Cultaholic said, well, if they cancel it this year, next year's WrestleMania would technically be WrestleMania 36. So,
yes, yes.
but again, don't cancel it. Just postpone it. Move it to a later date, like August or September. If you have to, bring it to the big house.
Big house. Um, so Rob Gronkowski is
Yes,
officially a WWE superstar. What do you think about that?
I'm excited. I like Gronkowski. I think his relationship with the WWE is great, and
It
him
was
signing
it was pretty
company,
obvious from 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was
Gonna,
obvious he was going to sign.
yeah,
Um, I, he's an athletic guy, so I'm excited to see what he can do in a wrestling ring.
me too. I'm very
So
excited.
I'm
Maybe
I'm
we'll get
I'm not
Gronk
mad
and
about it.
Mojo, as a tag team.
Gronk and Cena,
No.
The Boston boys with
No,
Smack Pack.
no. All right. So, we went through through all that really quickly.
Yeah, we did. Normally we take our time, but like I mean, it's kind of like, you know, it's like we've already talked about these things
Yeah,
in the last podcast, so it's like we don't want to repeat ourselves, so we kind of skim through it like
true.
skim milk.
Jesus. All right. Go ahead with your NXT review, and then I'll do my
Okay,
AEW Dynamite review, and then I got some
oh,
huge news.
okay. Well, okay. So I watched NXT on Hulu. They cut out a lot of things.
You didn't watch on the network?
They don't have it on the network. They didn't have this week's episode on the network.
It should come out the day after. They said it would.
I I I didn't see it, and I was already on Hulu anyways. So, but so it started out with Keith Lee defending against Cameron Grimes, aka Trevor Lee, for all you indie marks. Oh, great match, great match. I think we're gonna see Cameron Grimes and Keith Lee again at Takeover if Takeover doesn't get canceled. I can see it after the match. Damian Priest, Keith Lee wins, retained. After the match, Damian Priest came out and hit Keith Lee with a nightstick and laid him down. And then Donovan Dijakovic came out and picked up Keith Lee. Keith Lee thought he did it, and then he hit Dijakovic with a spirit bomb. And the height from the bounce Dijakovic came up from that bump. Oh my gosh. I'm surprised like he's not dead. Like he really came up after that bump. Um so yeah, that was a great match. And then we had, well, I think after that match, I believe Kushida defeated Raul Mendoza. I didn't see that match because again they cut out quite a bit on the Hulu version, and I don't like that. Um, but Kushida won, and then Mia Yim was doing an interview outside, and Raul Mendoza got just kidnapped. Two men in a mask came out and just put him in a car and drove off.
Really?
Yeah, it, but like the cameras were on it as if it was an angle. So I don't know if it's a legit kidnapping or if it was an angle.
Well, I mean, it must be an angle, right?
I I think I don't know. They just drove up and took him, grabbed him, and put him in the car
I mean, I would hope so.
and drove off. Yeah, but it was just weird. Um, After that, Mia Yim defeated Dakota Kai to qualify for the NXT Women's Championship #1 contender ladder match at Takeover Tampa. I didn't see this match because it wasn't shown.
Mm.
The next match was Tegan Knox defeating Deonna Purrazzo. This match was not shown either, which is weird because these two matches I heard were really good. So the fact that they cut out these three matches on the network was weird.
Yeah, or on Hulu.
Uh, yeah, on Hulu. Duh.
Yeah,
I'm. Oh man, Raul
stupid.
Mendoza, man, Raul Mendoza, you got kidnapped on TV,
Jeez.
on live TV. Rhea Ripley came out to talk about Charlotte. Charlotte Flair interrupted. They got in a brawl. Um, Charlotte Flair started working on the knee of Rhea Ripley and then locked her in a figure four around the ring post, which Rhea Ripley's selling, man, is on point. It's great. And then
I am excited to see her versus Charlotte in the main event of
I
WrestleMania.
I am I am too, honestly.
That'd be
I don't like
awesome.
Charlotte, but I love Rhea Ripley. I'm excited to see what they can do together. It seems like the build up here is perfect.
Yeah,
It's a perfect build up. I haven't seen any flaw with this build up. Then
same.
we had NXT Tag Team Championship match, the Broserweights, Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle, bro, defeating the Undisputed Era. And we saw James Drake and Robert Gibson, I think that's his name, the Grizzled Young Veterans, come out and they hit Riddle with the forearm, and then Kyle O'Reilly rolled him up, got the tights, and Riddle kicked out. And you thought that Undisputed Era were going to win the titles again. Um, it's a good. I think we're going to see the Grizzled Young Veterans versus Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne at Takeover. Um, but yeah, the Broserweights retained, and then Velvet before the match, Velveteen Dream came out and confronted Adam Cole. So I believe we're seeing Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream at Takeover for the NXT Championship. I think that Cole is going to drop the title, and we're going to see the UE come up to the main roster
You think so?
after the Raw after Mania. I honestly do.
We'll
And
see.
after that, Tommaso Ciampa came out to confront Johnny Gargano. Then we pan to one of the office rooms of the Performance Center, and Johnny Gargano's just talking smack to Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso leaves the ring and finds him, and they have this wild brawl where they completely destroy the Performance Center. Destroy it.
Jeez.
Tommaso throws Johnny Gargano into the wall, breaking it, grabs a laptop and smacks him as hard as he can in the back. Like, you think that they're shoot fighting during this brawl, and it's, oh
Maybe
my
they are.
gosh. I think they're talking to each other backstage, hey, I know this angle's doing great. The storyline, we hate each other. Let's make it real. And I think that's what's perfect about Tommaso and Gargano. So, and then they take it all over the Performance Center. Tommaso Ciampa smacks Gargano's back with a crutch as hard as he can. Same with the laptop. And then they go to the gym. They brawl there. Gargano sprays some Lysol into Ciampa's eyes, throws him into the window of the door of the gym, breaking the window completely. And then they brawl more and more. Ciampa grabs a 20-pound weight, hits Gargano with it, tries to throw it at him, and they break a mirror in the gym. Like, they completely destroy the Performance Center. Then they go to like the top balcony where they brawl. The referee, I forgot his name. He tries to break it up. Gargano hits him, so that's $1,000 fine for Gargano. Striking official. Gargano puts Ciampa in the Gargano escape. And then they brawl more and more, and then Ciampa does a Celtic cross to Gargano from the top of the balcony through the announcer table, and the brawl is over. I gotta say, I watched this brawl maybe 3 times, maybe more, because I mean, you gotta see it. You have to see it. It's like when Ciampa smacked Gargano with the crutch and the laptop, I cringed. I flexed my back thinking, oh my gosh, if that was me, I would Oh no. Well, like, and then general manager of NXT, William Regal, is going to address Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano's destructive actions from the Performance Center, next week in NXT. Um, well, he tweeted this off air after NXT. The actions of Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa to each other and to the WWE Performance Center are beyond unprofessional and unacceptable on every level. So, oh man, imagine all the fines to fix the stuff they broke.
Yeah.
Especially the mirror, the door, the wall. You got to replace that whole wall.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a damn good. It was a really good brawl. You know what? I'm gonna watch it again after this podcast.
All right. All right. So
I'm gonna send
AEW
it.
Dynamite from Wednesday.
Yep.
So it started off with a backstage interview with Tony Schiavone interviewing Adam Page. I didn't get to see most of it, but I saw the last half. And Schiavone asked Adam who his tag team partner is going to be, and he has the Young Bucks behind him, and he's like, "Well, it's neither of these guys." And last week, Darby Allin had to fight Jericho and Guevara
Yep.
alone because John Moxley got beat up. So this week, it was Adam Page and a mystery partner taking on Guevara and Jericho. And so Page said that it wasn't going to be either of those two, but we'll have to see later in the night. So they walk off, Dynamite starts, and it's the first match is Cody versus Ortiz. So they had a pretty good match. I'm not a huge fan of Ortiz, unfortunately, so I didn't really.
I prefer his tag team stuff with Santana.
I agree.
I can't really see him as a singles wrestler. I see him more as a tag team wrestler. Yeah. He fits with Santana.
But he put up a fight with Cody, so it was good.
Well, that's good.
Cody submitted him using the figure 4 leg lock. Everyone chanted "woo," so you know.
Of course.
Santana attached Cody. Arn got in the ring, and Santana left. And then
right when Arn Anderson gets in the ring, you leave.
Yeah. Well, then he got back in the ring for some reason, and I thought he was gonna run at him and have Arn Anderson do a spine buster, but he just left. Matt Jackson and Kenny ran down to save Cody, and then a backstage promo starts, and it's Jericho, Jake Hager, and Sammy Guevara, because Ortiz and Santana are down at the ringside.
Yep.
And Jericho is like, hey Matt, where's your brother? And I was like, what? What do you mean? And then it pans down, and they beat up Nick Jackson.
Oh my God.
There's blood coming out of his mouth, and he's trapped under one of those steel doors.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. So
AEW's really killing it.
He does a stretcher job. He gets taken to the hospital. Cody and Matt go with him. The next match, Nyla Rose, the AEW Women's Champion, Nyla Rose, and Bea Priestley versus Chris Statlander and Hikaru Shida. Statlander actually did a pretty good job. She's not as green as I thought she would be. She was pretty good. I don't really like Shida. I didn't think she did as well. Obviously, I love Bea Priestley. Come on.
I mean,
stop it.
Hold on. I think she's a good wrestler. I just don't like Will Ospreay.
Right. Nyla Rose obviously did amazing. So Nyla and B won the match,
Mhm.
and then Nyla Rose was down, and Bree Priestley started like attacking her.
Oh God.
Like she like kicked her in the face a couple times. She took
Pretty
the
hard.
championship and she posed with it, and she threw it back on Nyla.
I honestly can see B Priestley as the next AEW Women's Champion.
Set,
Um, I, you know,
set.
she's a great talent. She's a great
Yeah,
wrestler.
yeah,
She, you know, she can be technical. She can be a high flyer sometimes. She can do all these different styles, but still
yeah,
amaze you.
yeah,
Like,
totally.
I
So
just don't feel.
then, oh god, so the the Dark Order has been playing recruitment videos the last few
Mhm.
weeks. So there's a whoops, there's a video with Chris Daniels, and he's like man this. He's talking in the usual like insurance guy voice,
Mhm.
and then like it cuts to him every few seconds in his like fallen angel stuff, and he's
Oh
like
yeah,
Dark Order sucks. Like it's just so funny. And he's telling
him
them
as the
that
fallen is perfect.
yeah, he's telling them that he's not the exalted one. There is no exalted one. Dark Order is nothing. It's really funny. uh
Christopher Daniels is just a great talker.
yeah.
Like his old promos in TNA and
Yeah,
Impact are amazing. Check those out. Um, his ring. I loved his promos when he was in Ring of Honor
yeah.
during his last run in Ring of
Oh yeah.
Honor.
And
It
see
really
you
showed his
later.
passion. It
Yeah,
really showed his passion for the business.
I agree.
How it took him so many years to become Ring of Honor World Champion. He honestly should have been Ring of Honor World Champion his first run,
Yeah. Uh,
but
so the next
oh,
match was MJF, the Butcher and the Blade against Jurassic Express, Marco Stunt, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus.
curly headed bleep.
And it was a really good match. Marco Stunt he was actually pretty good. MJF tapped out Marco Stunt with his Salt of the Earth submission.
Mm,
It was a pretty good match. And then a black and white film with Darby Allin. Uh,
mhm.
he was wearing a Jericho mask, and he turns around, and there's a body in one of those black body bags that they use,
Yeah.
and that guy has a Sammy Guevara mask on.
Oh my god.
So then he zips up the body bag, and it just says Sammy down the thing, and then he pulls it with his truck, and then it ends. That's it. That's
Oh.
all it was.
There was a there was a weird vignette that it showed on NXT. It literally looked like an Undertaker style vignette.
Really?
Yeah, like it showed like the desert, some buzzards, and like a cross, and like I was like, wait, is the Undertaker coming to NXT? What?
Hmm.
No. But
So
then
going
it
with the fiends coming.
that I mean, it was weird. Like it was like it looked like an Undertaker vignette from like 2005.
Jeez.
Like exact. I swear I've seen that vignette before.
Maybe.
So I mean,
You're right.
it was weird. I just wanted to point that I totally forgot about that when you were, and then I remember when you were talking about the whole body bag stuff, and I was like, wait,
Yeah.
dead man, dead man.
Uh, so Tony Schiavone is on the rampway,
Mm-hmm.
and Britt Baker comes out with a cup of coffee.
Oh my god,
I don't know what the storyline's supposed to be, but it's
coffee
making me mad.
girl.
I don't get it. So it's just because he used to be a barista. Like that's it. That's it. Anyway, I hate this
I
stuff
mean,
so much.
Tony Schiavone should come out in a doctor's jacket and
Oh,
like a stethoscope.
so Britt Baker comes out and she's like, I want to be the role model for everybody, and she's like, I'm. As I look at this crowd, I see a lot of high BMIs. Like she's making fun of fat people,
Mm.
and so then Tony Schiavone asks her something else, and she's like, "Oh yeah." And then she looks like the more I look around, it looks like I see a lot of similar faces. It's almost like we're at a family reunion. I was like, "What are you doing?" So basically, she's saying everyone is incest. Like they're products of incest. And Big Swole comes out. Big Swole comes out.
Yeah, I read about this.
Yeah, she comes out and she's like, "No one wants you to be the role model. Like you were awful." And she's like, "Look, you're not relevant here. The only person that's relevant in your family is your boyfriend." And I'm like, "Oh." And she's talking about
Mhm.
Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, but and then he actually came out with a tweet uh responding to that saying I'm married or I'm
Well,
her husband.
if you let me continue,
Yeah, sorry.
Big Swole's like, "You mean husband?" And she's wearing her ring. It's a big ring.
Yeah.
And then so then uh Britt takes Tony's coffee that she brought him and throws it in Big Swole's face and just runs away. And then Big
You
Swole goes to find her.
you forgot a little part.
What?
I believe Big Swole she showed the ring and then she said I'm married, baby.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
didn't hear the baby part, but
oh, that's what I heard. That's what she said. I mean,
I I didn't hear that.
oh,
Um, but then again, Jim Ross and Excalibur were kind of talking. Um,
of
so the
course they
next
got
match is Death Triangle. This is apparently is a thing now. Pac, Pentagon, and Ray Phoenix. They're a group now.
Yep. Um, I see. I don't know. I like Pentagon and Phoenix as a tag team, but
Yeah.
adding Pac to the mix,
I mean, it
yeah,
kind
I
of
don't
makes
know.
sense. They're all bad guys. They all like to hurt people.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. I mean, so far I like it. So I'm not
uh,
gonna necessarily do
they
something
beat
bad.
Joey Janela and Private Party. Well, that's a really good match.
Hmm.
Um, at one time in the match, the one of the moves in the match was Joey Janela had Pac on his shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
and oh god, I'm trying to think of their names.
Like a power bomb and
No, like he had him on his shoulders,
oh,
like
so like a
draped over his
fireman's carry,
shoulders. Yeah.
like a fireman's carry. Okay.
Isaiah Cassidy. Who's the other one? Who's the other one in Private Party?
Isaiah Cassidy and let me look it up.
Like I'm drawing a blank. Drawing a blank.
Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn.
Right. So okay. So, Mark Quinn or whatever. Uh, um, I think he dives over both of them,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then Isaiah Cassidy comes up, stands on Pac, and then jumps off onto like Pentagon or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then Joey Janela kind of moves down into the middle of the apron and does a like a Death Valley driver kind of move.
Oh,
Like it's insane. I was like, oh my god, like right on the apron. Like it was insane.
I bet it looked nasty too, like in a good
Oh
way.
my god, it looked amazing. So
I'll I'll
uh
check out the highlights from Dynamite.
totally. Pac pinned Janela after hitting the Black Arrow. And then they put all of them Death Triangle put Joey Janela and Private Party next to each other with their arms like
Mm-hmm.
in front of their faces.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Phoenix was on I believe it was Janela,
Mm-hmm.
and Pac and Pentagon were on Private Party. Ray was choking out Janela, while Pentagon was choking out Isaiah Cassidy with
And
Janela's
then
arm.
Pac. Oh damn!
And
And
then uh
Quinn was being
or
choked out by
Pac
Pac.
was choking Isaiah Cassidy with Janela's arm, and then Pentagon was choking Mark Quinn with
with Isaiah
Isaiah
Cassidy's
Cassidy's
arm.
arm, and
Oh
then Best Friends comes out, and so next week it's best friends with Orange Cassidy and the Lucha Brothers with Pac on next week's Dynamite. So that's a
that's going to be a really good match, especially after Orange Cassidy and Pac had that great match at Revolution.
yeah.
I mean,
Um. And then we have a. All right. This says a backstage interview. It was a promo. Dustin Rhodes was cutting a promo on the Inner Circle, and he told Paige, whether you like it or not, I'm your tag team partner for tonight, cause I want to beat up Jericho and Sammy Guevara for doing what they did to my family. What he calls Nick Jackson his family. So,
oh.
and then a montage of people auditioning to be Sean Spears' tag team partner played. It was awful. I hated it. Um.
Oh man.
The Exalted One is supposed to be uh debuting next week. Um,
Wonderful.
maybe. Um,
I mean, who else is it gonna be?
I mean, anyway. So, the Inner Circle versus the Elite in a 6-man tag team match was announced. It's for a 1-man advantage going into the Blood and Guts match.
And that blood and guts match is actually going to be on Dynamite,
Yes.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, and then Jim Ross interviewed Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley cannot be on Dynamite anymore, at least for now, because he is hurt after a triple powerbomb last week. So he is medically suspended, so he cannot wrestle.
but he's still the AEW World Champion.
Yes.
So they're not going to strip him of the title. He's just medically suspended until further notice.
Because it's not going to be for more than 30 days. So
okay,
fine.
Well that's good.
I
think that would be a waste to put the strap on Moxley just to take it away a week later.
So Hangman, Adam Page, and Dustin Rhodes defeated Jericho and Guevara. Page. Oh my God, Page went for the buckshot, and then he landed outside, and I think Jericho was, Sammy was behind him, and he kind of goes into the ring. You know how some wrestlers will like go in the ring, swing their legs around, and then come back out.
Yeah.
He did that, and then hit the buckshot on Sammy.
What?
Like, it was great. I'm like, oh my God.
I have to check this out.
Yeah. So Page actually pinned Guevara with the buckshot. Like, he did it like 3 times. It was amazing. So so they won. So the show ended with the Inner Circle and the Elite trying to beat each other down.
Nice.
So Paige and Dustin win, and the Inner Circle all comes down, and they take Paige over to the side of the stage where they took Moxley last week, and they're gonna triple powerbomb him. And guess who comes out to save him?
Who?
Matt Jackson.
Oh.
Yeah. So Matt Jackson comes out. He starts super kicking people. And Paige is at the entrance of the entrance there.
Yep.
Matt Jackson goes over to him and just flips him off for like 15 seconds. Just right to his face. And so the end of the night, all of the Elite, they're all laid out. They're all hurt. They're all broken.
Inner Circle's on top.
Yeah. So it was Jim Ross is like, there's Kenny's in the ring, Cody's on the ramp, Matt and Paige are on the stage, and one's in the hospital. how are they going to be in the blood and guts match? How are they going to win that match if none of them are 100%?
Right. Like,
It was a crazy visual. It was a crazy visual. And
I'll have to see it.
honestly, I'm going to give AEW Dynamite this week a 4.5 stars out.
Didn't Jake Roberts bring out his client too?
He did, but I don't like Lance Archer, so I didn't mention it.
Oh, yeah, because I read about it because I saw who his client was.
Yeah,
He
it's Lance
was
Archer. I don't
formerly
care.
known in WWE. He was known as Vance Archer, which is weird.
I don't care enough. I don't know who it is enough. Like I've heard his name, but I don't know who. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, because you weren't watching wrestling at the time when he was in WWE.
No.
He was
So
only in WWE for maybe like a few months. I mean,
I know.
he was there long enough to get in a game.
Right. Well,
But
I know a lot of people talk about him and a lot of people like him, but I don't know him and I don't really care to know him. So I don't care.
I just feel having him as his client is weird.
I'm mad it's not Brody Lee. I wanted to be Brody Lee.
Should have been Brody Lee.
It's like it's the same gimmick. Makes me mad.
I know, right?
To make me so mad. So yeah. So big announcement. Do you want to hear the announcement?
Yeah, duh.
Next Saturday, Mayhem Wrestling Episode 2 drops on the Mayhem Wrestling YouTube channel at noon.
So, you guys filmed a match?
Yes, we did.
Hmm.
We have Evan Brookside, and we have a brand new commentator, Spike Nather. Yeah. Evan Brookside, Spike Nather. It's a great time. It's a great time.
I mean, I'll be happy to see this episode.
Featuring 3 promos.
Is mine gonna be on that promo?
Well, okay, technically 1 promo and 2 interviews.
Hmm.
So, you'll have to find out on next Saturday.
Can you tell me off podcast?
I can. Yes, I can. Off air. I'll tell
Perfect.
you
Off air. Sweet. The champ gets to find out off air.
So, Mayhem Wrestling number 2 drops in a week. This will come out on Friday, so a week from tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready? Because I'm ready.
I'm ready.
It's a great match. So yeah. So there's a big announcement. Remember, go listen to this on all of the podcast things we said. But Spotify, Breaker,
Anchor,
Google Podcasts. What was the other one? Radio Public.
Apple?
Radio Public. Radio Public.
Radio Public.
Radio Public. I will make sure to drop all the links to this podcast from everywhere down below if you want to do that.
Also on YouTube too, if you want to see some cool graphics.
Yes, all made by me.
I don't do any of it. I just record.
That's right. He just records.
I use my soft vocal cords.
Oh, jeez. Anything else you got to say? Or plug?
Follow me on Instagram, Wrestler616. Follow my YouTube channel, Aaron Matthews. I just released a promo that I believe will be on Mayhem number 2. We don't know. Also, this year I will be wrestling my final match against none other than Matt Thunder.
Yes.
One
And
hell of a
Jared
run.
Black's got your back, homie.
One hell of a run. So it's not going to be in September. I talked to Matt. He talked to Tommy Gunn. He said we got to do it before July, at least like in that time frame.
Okay.
So, you know, but I just got to find a way to travel there. We'll do that and then have the match, and my career is over.
Just like
No
that.
more coming out of retirement. Also, the first inductee to the Mayhem Wrestling Hall of Fame. Jared, do you want to announce? Drum roll.
Aaron Matthews, the Gold Star.
And I'm being inducted by Divine Dak Ryan.
That's right. Divine Dak Ryan.
We might have some special guests too.
Maybe.
I talked to GM Boggs. He's gonna try and be here for it.
Nice.
So, but yeah, follow me on Instagram. Follow me on YouTube. Just drawing a blank. Jared, do you want to plug anything? Your Instagram, your YouTube.
I mean, my Instagram's gonna be on the thing, but I'll plug
That's
it anyway.
True.
Jared Weathers YT on Instagram. Jared Weathers Official on YouTube. Thinking about making a second channel. I'm not sure yet.
Also, follow Mayhem Wrestling.
That's right. Mayhem Wrestling on YouTube.
I think we should make a. Do we have a Mayhem Wrestling Instagram?
I can make one.
Yeah, you can always do that.
Yeah, I'll make one.
Also follow Mayhem Wrestling on Instagram when it comes out.
Yeah. The website weathersmediacomp.com, comp.com.
Follow that too, where we post articles and stuff.
I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say.
I mean, 57 minutes. That's not too bad.
No, it's about standard podcast time.
Yeah. All right. Thank you everybody for listening to this or watching this in video form. My name is Jared Weathers for Aaron Matthews or Aaron Ahmed. I'm so used to calling you Aaron Matthews.
I mean, you can call me that if you want, but you know it doesn't really matter.
That is your middle name, so.
Matthew is my middle name.
I
Matthews.
know, but
right, yeah.
Same. All right, so Jared Weathers for Aaron Ahmed. Goodbye and good night. Bang.
Right when you said bang, I did